Hey guys, on the previous video you got to see what this thing is capable of. Let's just back up because I know a lot of you are going to have some questions. When a lot of you hear about bioelectrical impedance, you think of this guy right here. Put my hands on it, gets my body fat, you guys give me a number, the number's really not that accurate. This is a completely different application with InBody. The InBody 570 has 6 different zones of bioelectrical impedance that goes up. It has the capability of measuring things like water, something we've never had the chance to do. What does water do for us? Well, there's 2 types, variations. There's an intracellular and extracellular in the water. The intracellular is the muscle, what's going on. That's the level of water in the muscle, protein, minerals, things like that. How well hydrated that is going to be a good thing. Now we have extracellular water, which is in your blood and other extracellular fluid throughout your body. Well, that can be an indicator of a multitude of things, but number one is if the body is in need of recovery, we tend to swell up and gain extra fluid, okay? So that will read this. We'll be able to apply that to our assessment on you, okay? If it's not enough, we live in Denver, Colorado, is it a hydration issue? Do we need to up our intake? We can tell you about things like that. So we do get weight measurements on that. Now, as far as the segmental part, we're getting your body composition, your weight, and then we're getting your skeletal muscle mass, okay? Skeletal muscle mass is just your bones and your muscle, which is pretty accurate. We use those 3 measurements, all 3 each time, to signify what your current body fat percentage actually is. And that's how we get into that accurate reading. This is measured up against the DEXA scan, which you can Google if you want to look into that. But like we said earlier, this is a medical grade machine. And so this is being used in top clinics like the Mayo Clinic, for instance, and hundreds of other locations throughout, not just the US, but across the country. So that's what we're getting with that. Now, moving on, we will get 2 different types. We'll still get a BMI measurement, but we'll get the body fat analysis. We'll strictly be going off of that. After that, we do have the ability to interpret the data, and we go through what's called a segmental lean analysis, where we can see on different sides of your body, are we being symmetrical? This machine will measure that. So if we're right side dominant, left side dominant, all those things, have you had injury? We can see if we're able to catch up or if we're really far behind, if someone had a knee injury or lower body or upper body injury for that matter, and make sure that we're working you out symmetrically. Over the course of times of doing this, we'll be able to develop a history. Every time, like we said earlier, you get a printout, we'll be able to compare your analysis to the last one that you did and go from there. On top of that, there's another huge reading on this one. There's 2 more. The one is the basal metabolic rate. We'll get that rate in the form of calories. We'll know just what it takes for you to go throughout your day with no activity, just to burn. That's a huge, huge thing for us because it'll help with the diet. And the second big thing is your visceral fat level. That's the fat around your organs and surrounding those things. So if we have a high visceral number, we know that we really need to cut that number down, but it also puts you at an at-risk zone or not at-risk zone, so we can give you a much more dialed-in approach to your fitness, but also your nutrition. So that's a little bit of a deeper dive. There's much more, but that's a little bit deeper into why we chose InBody and we went with them and what it's expected to do for you. Thank you.